about to juice. I'm on the weight loss journey. What y'all can see, my name is Mona Vegan Life, but it's supposed to be vegan lifestyle, but you can only put so many letters. But anywho, I'm in here on my other device and I'm about to juice. Only thing I'm juicing is some apples, oranges, and then I add some fresh ginger and turmeric. That helps with inflammation and all. Thank you so much. Appreciate everyone that attended my live stream. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be on here too long because I already have everything cut. And I totally shouldn't have done it like that. But that's okay. So, I'm juicing. I don't know if you can turn the phone around or anything, but that's what I'm doing, okay? I think it's stuff if you sell. I'm still learning this stuff. But anywho, I'm just going to go on juice. And I have the apple in here, so I'm going to put it on 2 for the hard things. Juice away, girl. Forgot to put this in there. Sorry. Typically, I put my turmeric and my ginger in. But not today. Just making it quick and simple and to the point. Now I have a couple more pieces, and then I will be. This time, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the What the heck did I do with it? Come on now. Did I put the ginger in there? Well, anyhow, I'm about to add some turmeric, and yes, sometimes I use fresh, but this time I'm using the one that's already grinded up. Ooh, and I hate to add some more ginger. Come on, baby. And okay. Well, I'm putting some turmeric in it, okay, y'all? This time I don't know if I put the ginger in or not, but I know I washed the piece. That I can say. Probably did because I don't see it. I'm on the weight loss journey. And I'm converting over to plant-based. Everybody knows the difference between plant-based, vegan, and vegetarian. There's difference. Even for plant-based. Okay, here we go. And then I'll be finished with this. Just wish I could have. I don't see the okay. Oh well, girl. Shoot. Put this orange in here. And do what you do, baby. Make it do what you do, baby. Here we go. Baby. I got 3 more slices to go. Honey, boom. And I'm sit down and drink this. I'm supposed to be doing a 30-day. I'm going to do it. And no supposed to. I'm committing myself to do it. So, juice and fruit fast. 30 days. I love it. I love my new life. I love my new life. And I will be getting me a cup. Okay. So, juice. And I have in here orange and apples, turmeric and ginger. And I will be adding a little bit of black pepper. And what the black pepper does, it activates the turmeric and the ginger, actually, both of them. And the taste is amazing. I don't put like a whole bunch like I'm cooking. Um, I'll just be sprinkling it. And then I'm gonna go in the living room, sit my tush down, because this is my lunch. And then for dinner, see, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna let everybody know once I get my mouth in there. Okay, here we go. Not too much to pick up after. I like to clean as I go, but I have audience to attend my show. Here we go. So I'm proceeding to walk into my living room. I'm done with my juicing. I did put that ginger in there. I had to. I know I did. Come on, girl. Because I don't see it in there. Okay. Let me turn on this fan, y'all, because I'm old and I be hot. Okay? It is hot as heck here, though. It's supposed to be getting at 102 degrees. What the heck? Okay. Now I can rub my lips. Those of you that don't know me, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm a pretty. I should have brought my tripod in here, but I didn't. For those that don't know me, I think I'm a pretty decent person. I'm on this journey of life, and I'm doing it. I lost 116 pounds. No surgery, no. But was I going to get one? At one point in time, I had thought about it. But I started losing weight 2020. Well, actually, I started in 2019, dirty keto, lost 40, and life happened, okay? And I was tired of being fat. I'm saying this about me. I'm a very honest and transparent person, y'all, okay? Tired of being fat. So I went to my doctor June, July of 2020, and one of the reasons was I have a sister that was really sick. She was in hospital for 8 weeks. She's 10 months older than me. And my mom, and she has some of the symptoms. No, all illnesses is not hereditary. We have to do our research. I don't tell nobody not to do nothing because that's not my place. I do what I need to do for myself. But who don't want to be healthy? I know I do. So I went into my doctor's and I sat down. I was meeting her for the first time. My other doctor retired. I had some of the most two amazing doctors ever. And what the one thing I liked about them the most is they weren't too quick to get a pen and paper and write out a prescription. If I told them I wasn't gonna take nothing, they respected that. And I do mean that. So I cried because I was sharing with him the story about my sister, my mom, and things like that. And then another one, my sister. And I was like, you know what? I had high blood pressure and suffer from emotional eating, uh, weight, depression, and anxiety. And with the grace of God, and I'm putting God in it because I put Him in my journey. Okay. Do I go to church? No, but I'm a believer. I say that. Whatever people do, they do. I'm just sharing my story. And you'll hear me say some country stuff too. I'm a country girl. Okay. So I cried, as I said, and I wanted to be serious. So they put me on a diet pill and starts with the D-I-E-T. That's the beginning of it. If I give you those four letters, people can find it. It's a diet pill. And I would have to go monthly to get weighed, blood pressure. And when I tell you my journey starting was so amazing. Amazing. I started seeing results. I started feeling results. And that was self-confidence, loving myself, caring about myself. One would probably say a little big head. No, I wasn't big head. I'm not an arrogant person, but I loved myself more. And I started seeing me being able to buy smaller clothes. And I can't remember last time I was in the door. Certain things extra large if it's stretch, but I was up there in my pounds. Like I tell everybody, I'm not going to share that just right now, but December the 31st, I want to take off another 40 to 50 pounds. And if I do so, I will let everybody know the beginning weight, the end weight, because I choose to. And but if I don't reach that 40 to 50 pounds on my birthday, January 30th, I will reveal it regardless. And I know I'm gonna do it because I know I can. But I'm on two social media platforms. I'm on two and on here. So if anybody said, why is she looking over there? I got live streaming going here too. And I'm on my YouTube channel, Mona's Vegan Lifestyle. That's the one I'm on because I started that one and that's why I was juicing. But anywho, so to share with everybody my journey, my steps. And then I know this person that I follow on YouTube, which is wellness doctor person or whatever. I know they follow me. I know when people's following me. And I know when they see, oh, she putting up that type of food. I can't make nobody else eat different than me. I have a granddaughter I'm raising. And if she wants some pizza, I'm gonna fix it for her. It's still an adjustment. It's an adjustment for me. Okay. But I'm not gonna put that stuff in my mouth no more. Last year, I gained 20 of the 116 pounds I lost. Yes, I did. I took it off already. But if nobody didn't know no better, they would have thought I was pregnant because I was eating ice cream, okay? I wanted ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. And it's so funny. I had bought some ice cream last week, I want to say. And it was in there 2 pints because it's for my grandkids. I did not have not one spoonful. And I said, you know what? That's when you test yourself. We went to the mall, to the arcade. And I mean, man, oh man, they had some, what is it, calzones and pizza and bars and food and da 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 da. Oh, Lord. And it was an Italian bar, food bar. And it was an older gentleman. And he was so nice, you could tell it was his restaurant. And everything they made was fresh. Y'all, this tastes amazing. What I have in here, I don't taste the ginger. Because you can taste ginger. But I have turmeric, okay? I don't know what the heck I did with it. I might have threw it away. I'm forever throwing away stuff. I can't stand stuff laying around. But anyhow, so I have in here orange apples and some turmeric and black pepper. Okay, that's still cool. Black pepper, not black pepper. The turmeric is good for inflammation. And honey, okay, I've been feeling it in the knee. I had an injury. Okay, so I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to get to the point. Went to that food bar, and let me tell you something. I was so proud of myself. They had lettuce and banana peppers and tomatoes. Oh, if I eat another tomato, I'm gonna turn into one. I love tomatoes and whatever else fixings I wanted. Romaine lettuce and uh, I forget whatever else I had on that salad, but everything was either vegetables, no fruits. I don't think I put fruits on it. But anywho, and the dressing was Italian dressing. Mm, mm, mm. And I share that because you gotta sometimes test your willpower. You know what I'm saying? And I tested mine. And I said, girl, I'm so proud of you. I do that all the time. I say that to myself. You got to. Because I used to be that person. My mom used to say, I'm not used to you complaining. And when she said that, it's because I was. That's because of my life at that time. I don't like complaining. I don't like asking nobody for nothing. I think I put my pride in the way. I think that's what it is. But I just tried to do things on my own. You know what I'm saying? If you make your life comfortable for you and do things the way it's supposed to be, like for instance, every month I write down everything, okay? Rent, phone, cable. Those are the first three bills I pay. I'm just using this as an example and get away from me fly. And then the rest go down the thing. Once I do, I put the amount, sometimes confirmation, goes to me, email, whatever. I'm comfortable with all my bills being paid, having food, a roof over my head. And yes, I do want more. And I'm working hard too because I need a vehicle. So I say all that, and I'm raising my granddaughter. So I say all that to say that's why I don't ask for nothing because I try so hard. Ooh, I can honestly say my whole adult life, I might have had help 3 times, maybe four, no more than five. And I can remember each one. hmm I can. And one of them was I ended up staying with my dad. I said stay, not live, for about 5 months, I want to say, until I went to Germany. That's because, they come and pack your things up and take it to ship it overseas or whatever. And my kid's father, which was my husband, rest his soul, um, he was in the army. And so he went first. Of course, you got to get over there, get the housing, the finances, and all that good stuff together before you get your family over there. Now, if you do have them come over, you might end up staying off post on the economy because you want to. But why would you if the military's paying for the military housing? To each his own, whatever floats your boat, right? So I stayed with my dad, and that was from like September of '88 to February of '89. So that's October, November, December, January, February. 5 months, yeah. I stayed, not lived. Then one time, me and my daughter and her husband, we moved into a place and we was all splitting the bills down the thing. And not only us, so I'm not going to just say us, everybody had gotten a note on their door saying that they owe X amount of dollars on utilities and stuff like that. And we like, hold up, swole up. Didn't you say that this was included? And I'm gonna tell you something. I believe those people, small world. The girl ended up being kin to my mom's husband. Okay. And they live right across from us. So I'm saying that to say, next thing you know, we get these notes. Next thing you know, they moving out. So I don't know what happened with that. I can only assume. But they told us that we did not have to pay no, was it water bill? I think it was. And so we had moved in. I want to say it was October of 2010. So November, December, January, February, March. So about 5 months of not paying water bill. Okay, was it a lot? Well, when you done paid your bills and got groceries and ain't got nothing else left, it might be. So my dad helped. And I told him I would pay him back. He said, no, gift. That's what my dad says. It's a gift. Then I end up coming back from Florida. I don't want to get into the sensitive touch of that story. Ooh, that was probably one of the most biggest mistakes in my life. Okay. But I keep saying I ran. I didn't run. I was sad, depressed. My mom passed away. So I'm going to leave that there because I ain't trying to get in no sensitive topic. And so I ended up coming back. Me and my daughter and my son-in-law now and my granddaughter, we all moved to Jacksonville, Florida. We thought their dad was going to move to not Bradenton. We used to live in Bradenton, Daytona Beach. So that's like 45 minutes away or so. He ended up not going for a reason. And I went And I still was feeling some kind of way. So basically, it's almost like I ran away. No, I didn't run away. I was sad, depressed because of my mom in a relationship. Okay. Left April the 29th, 2014. Came back July the 8th, 2014. And long story going to fast forward, I ended up apologizing to my oldest daughter. Yes, I did. But she understood, but I still apologized because my baby was there for me. You know what I'm saying? But she still understood. Still, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Came back, oh my goodness. I always say this, that's what you get. Hell. But then I look at it on this note. I was supposed to come back because my older sister lives in California. I live where my two younger sisters live, and my brother, he's no longer here because his life was cut short. I say it like that. Woo-wee. Baby, that year, 2014, was probably one of the most devastating part of my life, my sister's life, our whole family. Mama, 10 days before my birthday, January 30th, she was called home 20th. Later, the rest, the day after, my uncle passed the same day. And then the day after, they say, my daddy's brother. Then we fast forward all the way to December. My baby sister's oldest daughter and three grandchildren, and my brother's daughter. Same week, different days. I say that because my sister's daughter had said something, and when that child said what she said, it stuck to me. So I moved in. Well, actually, I was inching my way in. My sister didn't know this to help her through her situation, but she didn't know it. So I would go visit, go back home, go over there and stay the night, go back home. Then I eventually moved in, not because I had to help her. I say 3 months afterwards, let's get this ball to running, all rolling. And I did this for 2 years and 2 months or 3 months. So no. 2 years. Yeah, 2 years, 3 months. So from 2015 to 2017, and I helped her. But in the midst of that, I still was going through something no one knew. But it's funny how God put people in your life. My grade school, middle school, high school friend, I hadn't seen her in over, I won't say 30 plus years, probably 40. We reconnected as friends. And man, oh man, let me tell you, she helped me through this process. She didn't know it, but I ended up telling her later on, about 2 years later, girl, you don't know what I went through. Because I didn't go to her house to be messy and I didn't go to her house to just talk about things. I went to have a good time. But she didn't know every night I was bawling like a baby. True. But she didn't know this either. Her cousin, which is a guy, was helping me through this process. He didn't know what I was going through, but he knew I was going through something. And I didn't like, I don't like to just talk about things. I want to heal from it. And sometimes it is good to talk about it, but I don't want nobody to know that I'm vulnerable, even though he do it. But anywho, he probably was one, other than my kid's father and my children being born. a friend. And this is the catch. We never in person seen each other. But we video chat so many times, and I know he's real. He ain't no catfish. He's my best friend's cousin. She didn't even know, but she ended up finding out though. And sometimes I have to catch myself and say, "You keep saying you don't have a friend, but I do. I do." And that's what it is, a friend. You're gonna have feelings. Push that aside, but it's friendship, okay? So that person helped me through the process. My kid's father passed away. I didn't have no one but him. And he lived millions of miles away. No, I'm just playing. He lived in LA, okay? And I was in Missouri. But he was the only person who said, "Who came to give you a hug? Who came by your house? Da 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 da, woo 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 woo." No one. I cried and I held all my kids' weight on my back. And in the midst of that, while I'm saying that, that's when I started eating. I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I no longer, thank you, Jesus. But I had to get myself together because I wasn't healthy, especially having high blood pressure. No, I was obesity. Okay. So we're going to fast forward once he passed away on Father's Day, 2017. I want to say maybe September, I started focusing on what I needed to do for myself. And it's almost like, reality slapped me in my face. Didn't nobody know this. I was moving in silence. I could talk about it now because it's over with. I was meditating. I was eating healthier. I was walking. I was living with my daughter. They had a vehicle. I didn't want nobody to take me nowhere. I wanted to do this, the exercise, because where she lived at, hell, $1.25 I call it, uh, J.C. Penney's, Targets, Walmart's, Payless at the time, shoe store. All these places is right, like literally across the street, right? So I wanted to walk. Why wouldn't I? It ain't like it was miles and miles away. She didn't know that either, but she knew I was walking. I said, "Mama, going for a walk," but she didn't know where. And at one time, they probably thought I was going to sneak and see somebody that I wasn't messing with no more. Mm-mm. No, I lost weight. I started meditating. I turned my phone off at night. I put it underneath my pillow. All the things. Okay. And I say that because I focused so hard to where I paid my debt off. That's a story in itself, too. And I was able to move in where I'm living at now. First time I ever had a place in my life because I was married. That's how I say that. Not because I didn't know how to live, honey. I'm very responsible. You can be responsible. Also, you got to stop letting people treat you the way you are because I'm very smart. Okay. But at one point in time, I felt like I was done. I can say this by myself, but I'm nobody's fool. Mm-mm. When I moved in this place where I'm at now, and I've been here since May the 3rd, 2018, and I came walking through here. I took my shoes off at the door, and the woman said to me, "You taking your shoes off?" I said, "Yeah, I always take my shoes off going in the house. Mine, yours, whoever else. That's just me." And I went in the bathroom, I went in the walk-in closet, I went in the room, and everything was just fresh and clean and smelled good and smelled like a new, paint job, carpet and everything. I said, "Thank you, Jesus." And I took pictures. Then no one had know that I had this place until I got this place. And when I say that, my daughters came with me, but they didn't know I was getting the place. They thought I was just like, no. Let me say that back. They didn't know I had the place. Let me say it like that. Until they had to help me move. Straight up. No one knew. Sometimes your story and your journey is for you, not for everyone. And so I moved in here. Life started happening again. My sister's daughter, the same one that told me to help her mom, life was cut short. I'm telling you, life was not fair for about 7 years in our family. So serious. Every year. So serious. And then, so fast forward all that stuff. It's just a little tidbit about me. And I was smoking cigarettes. I was overweight. And January, I have pictures and dates written down. That's why I don't remember so good. It was January 21st or the 14th. I think it was 21st because I looked at the picture. I took my highest weight and wrote it down, and I started making collages like the beginning, and then when I see me losing a couple of pounds or 10, 20, I side by side and put on this date and things like that. That's why I know. Woo, baby. Let me tell you, me and my daughter, it's an inside joke, and I laugh about it. I do not get sad about it, but I'm gonna tell you that I'm glad I laughed about it because that's letting me know that, girl, you better not go back down that way. You bet not. And I haven't. And I'm not going to. Mm-mm. No. So I lost 40 pounds, gained it back. I'm talking. I'm well. This is before I got on the serious journey, so I'm saying that because I don't want nobody saying. I thought you just said no. When you taking care of five, hmm, 4 adults and a child, and no one's working until they get a job, that's a lot. No one was supposed to be here, and that's on a lease, right? So that made me have to take and spend my money to help on a whole bunch of different levels. And I went into debt. So this is debt too. That's why I say in 2020, actually, it was, yeah, because I think it was beginning of 2020. That's when I started on so many journeys. My dad, weight, uh, 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 and spiritual journey. I sure did. I did. The pastor that I used to get on, this when the pandemic started, used to get on Facebook Lives, and then I used to get on the prayer calls. And the prayer calls was Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Fridays, and then Sunday. The Friday one I didn't make too often because time span is Easter Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time, and I'm Central Standard. Okay, so there's an hour difference. But honey, if they get on at 4, I'm getting up at 3. That's still, you can do it if you want to. In the case of time, I did. But that Monday, that Wednesday, and that Sunday, honey, you would have thought I was in church. I would literally sometimes get myself fixed up or whatever to get ready for this church. And the reason why I loved it too, because you could get on the call, the prayer line or the conference call, and they can hear your voice. You can talk to people, right? This man and this church helped me out so much. And that was in November of 2020. 2021, he passed away. That broke my heart. Broke my heart. And then that same month, my cousin, she cut her life short. She did. I said, what the heck is going on here? And I'm saying it to you guys because this is what this channel started as being. Me talking about depression and anxiety, weight loss journey, suicidal thoughts. No, I have never had that and ain't going to. I'm not going to leave and cut my life short. That's selfish. But if a person's sick, you can't really say it's selfish. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I still was on that path. But when that pastor passed away, my cousin, that same month, I think he was like don't get me wrong, I want to say the 15th. I can look at my calendar and I know if I look at it, go back to 2021. And I said, what the heck? Mm-hmm. That year was 2022. 2021, I was kind of a little sad too because my daughters moved and it was something. But I still was focused, okay? Still on that path. Mm, I did something I shouldn't have. I don't want to talk about because I know the person followed this page. And I'm just going to leave it there. But I was still on my path until last year, I want to say, ooh, goodness, October, November-ish. That's when I gained that 20 pounds eating ice cream. You know what I'm saying is when people have emotional problems, depression and anxiety, or just feeling some kind of way, that's why they got to stay focused. That's why it's good to talk about it too. I had made a video this morning because it's one individual I saw on both social media platforms, the book and the tube. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. And I said, wow, that's a trigger. You know what I'm saying? You can catch them sometimes. And I was like, whoa. So I started talking about it. That's what I'm saying is talking about it helps. Do not, I mean, do not suffer in silence. I'm mandated. If you don't know what that is, in the state that which I live in, I'm registered for child care. And if I see any type of abuse, that goes for myself. That's why I said you got to get your mental health together. They do background screening, tuberculosis, and the whole 9 yards. And I've been this and have not had my number, which is a number I go by being registered since November of 1999. Why everything seems like this happening in November? Well, I got 2 kids' birthdays in November, so that could be why, right? I was a foster mom, had a baby that was 17 days old until she was almost 3 months from being 3. Foster mom. That's the baby, went to court and she came home with me that same day. Why I don't have it? That's a story in itself. Touchy. I won't get into it. So I'm saying all this to say to wrap it up into one nutshell, and then I will conclude the live over here, right? Don't go through nothing with no one. No one. There's a kid, and then I will conclude because school's approaching for some, and I've been talking about abuse, neglect, um, depression and anxiety, bullying, okay? And he's 8 years old, live out here where I live at. And his mom, dad, whoever needs to get a hold of him because of the things he's doing. I feel bad for the mom and I feel bad for that child. I don't feel sorry for no one. I don't like saying that. I feel bad and sad. I say it like that. 8-year-old. Who in the heck has that much rage at 8? I'm an analyst. I analyzed everything. I'm like, okay, if this child is doing this at the age of 8, what happened to him? And I said, Lord, protect these kids, protect them. That little boy, protect him, his mom, whoever is going through anything with a child, relationship, meaning relationships can be your sister, it can be your dad, your mom, cousins, whoever. Don't let nobody do you any kind of way. I'm saying this because I know everything I just named, things like that have happened to me. My youngest granddaughter is 8 years old, and she experienced three things, well, four. She was two, barely two, when her grandfather passed away, and she still remember him. She experienced three things that happened to me terrible. And I say that to say, I felt bad that she was there to witness this. I didn't have no idea that this person was going to do this to me. So I'm saying that to say, remove yourself from the situation. Sometimes you can't. It was the Amazon man. He was so rude. My granddaughter said, he's mean and wicked. And then he wasn't supposed to come back because I reported him. And then he came back and she came in here. My daughter came in here and said, Mom, my daughter saw that same man. He came back again. Then he turned around, came back 3 times. And I'm saying this to say, what the heck is wrong with these companies? He came and he pulled up in front. I was standing on my door, waiting porch, and he pulled up and he said my name, like, hey, like na 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 na. Yes. Then the girl to stay up front, there's two twos in this apartment. I'm in the back, she's in the front, but if people pay attention to the address, they'll see because it's right there to see. Only thing I did, I knocked on the door lightly, and she must have been there because she opened it like right away. I said, could I ask you something by any chance? Did something get delivered here? And it was food. I said it like that because I know it did, but I asked the question because I didn't want to accuse. See how I came at that? She said, no. She said, what are you insinuating? How am I insinuating something by asking you? I said, okay. So she got smart. She was 24 years old. Come find out, I found out because people at the office. I said, I didn't insinuate nothing. I said, I just asked you a question. By this time, my mouth was getting a little, up there, right? Mm-mm. So being that she said this, now I'm getting sarcastic, okay? I said, by any chance, have you been getting my packages? I know she's been getting my packages because they take a picture of the doormat, the door, or whatever you have there. And get this, February 13th, a day before Valentine's Day, I bought me some house shoes. I got the purple ones here. I bought some like maroon color ones for myself. And they was delivered on the 13th. So I would have had them for the Valentine's Day this year. Got a notification saying that they was delivered. I'm like, okay, I open my door, looking. I'm right here on the sofa. My door is right here, literally. And wasn't no package out there. So something told me to go to my email. Because a lot of times they'll take pictures. Not all the time, but a lot of times they will. And I saw the doormat. So there was somebody sitting on the stairs up front. I knew who she was because she stayed across the hall because I told her I was going to come and sit out there with her. And I said, is someone in there? She said, yes. So I sat down on the stairs, like coming in, and she was sitting on the stairs like if she was coming in going up and I was going down. And the door is right there. And I heard noise inside. I didn't do nothing. So I went inside and I called and I said, what doormat do you see on that day that they delivered that package, right? She told me. I said, could you go back a couple of days, a week, or whatever, and see another doormat? Meaning I was trying to see if she see two different doormats, okay? She saw two different doormats, okay? She saw the one that was there in mine. So I told her which one was mine. Oh, here we go. They re-delivered it on the 15th, day after Valentine's Day. And it was a young African American guy. He pulled up and he was going to come in. And I said, I said, do you have a package for me or something like that? I said to him. And he said, yeah. He said, your name. And I told him, oh, get this. What goes around comes around. I said, can I ask you a question? By any chance, Monday, which was the 13th, did you deliver a package out here? He said, yes, I did. He said, where? I said, where? He said, right here. He showed me straight, no lie. And I said to myself, thank you so much. And you know what he said to me? He said, ma'am, I am so, 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 so sorry. Now, if I'm making that up, something wrong with me. I could say it all over again. So that's why I asked her that. Oh, honey, I ain't finished. When I walked off, my granddaughter was with me. She called me a bitch, a bitch. Okay, I don't curse for real. I went back and I got in her face and I saw red because that had happened to me before. Someone called me that name and I went off. It's like fire. I saw. And then I got to thinking, she has people in that house. Are you crazy? This is what I'm saying to myself. Granddaughter's here. I said, oh, I probably am one. See, I was being sarcastic, but humorous at the same time. I said, really? I am? It didn't bruise my ego. What happened is my granddaughter was there and she saw that. She came in here and told her mom exactly what happened. So that's the only reason why I say be mindful. People is so cruel and mean in this world. And you know what? I don't have nothing to do with it. Nothing. I'm here in my house, home or whatever, but I'm gonna get my house. Raising my grandchildren, not asking for nothing. And I'm not getting nothing from the state because they look at the fact if a child's kin to you, that's kinship. Look it up. I know a lot. I was a foster mom. They put that little girl in my care. And just because I knew, no, excuse me, let me back it up. Just because my niece, my mom, and two sisters knew the parents, true story. That's how I ended up getting the little girl because she was in a hospital. Her mom never took her home. Social worker came, and my niece told her about me, and the social worker in the hospital contacted me, and we did the whole thing, the backgrounds, the referral, the police checks, went to court a day after my son graduated, because he graduated on Sunday. That Monday, I got that baby. She was 17 days old. And let me tell you, whoo, my baby was about, my youngest now is 30, she'd be 31. But my baby at the time, if I'm not mistaken, she was 12, 13. I'm like, oh, Lord, I ain't had a child in so long. I felt like I had her. My ex-husband, the second one, he, Cam Corbin, mm-mm, that was my baby. She's 18 now, and I said I want to find her. I want her to know the first 2 years to 3 years of her life where she was, because sometimes people don't tell. I want to let her know. And the reason why I didn't get her is because something cruel happened. The ex that I was married to, nothing like sexually. He was mean and he took the baby to court for visitations because the rights haven't been stripped from the mom yet. So now where I'm living at in the state, I don't know about no one else. They said a lot of kids was getting lost in the shuffle of the adoptions and stuff like that in the state care or whatever. So they started making it mandated for supervised visits with the mom. Some will be at the welfare office or DFS, social worker, social services, or whatever people call it. Here's DSS, okay? And Division of Social Services. That's what that stands for. So I would take her to court. Her mom would be there, her grandmother and great grandmother would be there, and they would always compliment me and how the baby looked. And they always would tell me thank you, even the mom. But the dad, he had something cool to say. He said, "You a baby stiller. How the hell I'm a baby stiller? You did your girlfriend, which was her mom." And you know the catch of it is the mother was so sweet. She was afraid of him. And she did whatever he told her to. And that's why she didn't have her kids. She left her kids in a shelter, a battered woman's shelter, for 2 or 3 days. And that's how the kids end up getting put in the system. I didn't know this, but I found out the backstory of it. And I'm saying all that to say the state didn't give me nothing. Mm-mm, nothing. I had a worker come because they came to my house to do visits too. The baby lived with me. She lived with me. I had a birth certificate and everything. Um, my kids loved her. My oldest daughter got a tattoo on her arm, the word beautiful, because we used to call her beautiful, and it's in like Asian, Korean, Chinese letters or whatever. And so he took her there. I'm gonna show you how God works in your favor sometime. And he told his family. Now, let me tell you something. His family loved me, right? So the sister that I gave that baby up. Are you serious? Mm-mm. That ain't what happened. Hoo-wee! Let me show you how God loves me. 6 years later, because this happened in, oh, well, no, 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 I'm lying. When 6 years later, uh, had it been 4 years later, because I had her almost 3 years. So, yeah, 4 years later, the same caseworker that was over those children, because there was four of them, ended up coming to my home because I was getting help because I was overweight. Ain't no shame in my game. And I was mentally messed up. And my oldest daughter would help me. Okay? True story. Okay? And I remembered the name. I said, wait a minute, her name sounded familiar when she called me. And when she came, I asked her what I asked her because the kids' names and stuff. And she said, yeah, you know what I asked her? I said, could I ask you something? I said, that day that the baby came to the courthouse to have the visitations, what happened? You know what she told me? Mm. And you know when you ball your lip up. Mm. He left her there. He did this, I want to say a day before my birthday, or I think it was the day after. Because I said, yeah, it was the day after, because something else had happened. But anywho, that gave me closure, and I was able to tell his sister, did I say that? Yes, I did. You're not going to go around there lying and say I gave that baby up. I love the baby, and I was supposed to adopt her. That's what was told to me through the state. They ended up putting three of them together where she had two brothers. She was the baby. And then the other brother above her, he was 19, 20 months. Um, the family that had him got a lawyer. Once they found out, I didn't know nothing about all that. The woman did get in contact with me and she told me the lawyer that she got let her make payments or something like that. But anywho, when he did, that's a form of neglect. So you think they're gonna give her back to me? Man, that broke my heart so bad. My mom was hurt. My mama loved her. I got a picture of her with my mom and my son. He would go to work, come home if I'm asleep, and he'd check on her. He'd get her up and feed her bottle to her and change her prep. All my kids loved her. But the thing of it is, when I got her, I even told them, look here, this is what's going to happen. Is it okay? Are you fine with it? My baby girl, all of them, they loved her. They loved her. Her birthday's May the 4th, a day after my youngest grandbabies. And when my daughter had her, and I am telling my daughter this because I'm a truthful person, I just felt like I was kind of like running from wanting to be around the baby in a sense. But now I was there. But I wasn't there when she was born, but I was there once I found out she was born because, it was an emergency thing and whatever. But I didn't shoot my butt up there, right? All my grandkids love me. Everybody says she looked like a mini me. She does. When I was young, my older sister said all the time. And then we took a picture together. I had Afro Plus and she did too. And I put it on Facebook. No filter. Looked just like me. So I'm running my mouth and I'm saying this to say to everyone, don't suffer alone. Get help is out there. And we got to be you, do you, for you, and love you. We got to do all that. So as always, you are a jewel. And don't let nobody tell you you ain't. Okay? This is something.